First, let me start by showing you the plane of life. Poverty is a status where no one wants to be, but most of the time end up being here, especially when the breadwinner fails to prepare for life's uncertainties, like death and emergencies. The family suffers when the breadwinner dies with hunger, and the children end up in the streets begging, or worse, they commit crimes. If you think the love of money is the root of all evil, try first the lack of it. Basic needs is a status where your family can eat 3 times a day. At the end of the day, you'll pray to let the Lord help you provide again for tomorrow's bread. Bottom line, you and your family are literally planning and living from day to day only. Comfort is a status higher than a family who are in the basic needs category. They can go to the malls, shopping, dining outside, have extra mobile phone load, and etc. However, this status of life is so dangerous if you feel you're too comfortable. You might not want to get out of your comfort zone and remain where you are for the rest of your life. That's why middle-class people have high tendency to commit suicide, because they are too comfortable with their job, lifestyle, and spending habits. But when emergency arises or loss of job, they can't afford to accept it. Now, luxury is a status where we all should aim at. But it's not that easy though. A luxurious state of life can be a big problem. For example, you might have a problem choosing which car to use every time you get out of the house. You might have a hard time managing your properties. You might have a harder time avoiding people who wanted to borrow money from you. Or you might want to hide when you grow old because your relatives and family wanted so much to take care of you. But the greatest thing, if you're living in a life of luxury, is that you can help others. You can serve the Lord better. You can have peace of mind with regards to financial matters. You can have more time with your family. You can sleep well in the evening. You can feed others who are hungry through charities and foundations. You can pay your hospital bills. You can rest in peace when you die, knowing that you left wealth to your family or to your children. You can appreciate life better. You can send your kids to better schools with better trainings. You can save generations. Now, which status you are in your family? If you are a breadwinner, try to imagine the ball that symbolizes your family, and that person pushing them is you. Can you feel what he is feeling? Are you ready when you are suddenly taken out of the picture? Who will suffer, you or your family? Try to think about it. Secondly, is to understand that in financial planning, we need to build a solid financial foundation and not a weak one. At the bottom is to increase cash flow. With your present job or business, as long as you're earning and have a positive net worth, you are on a road towards financial freedom, as long as you know how to create and build the right foundations of building wealth, such as having a long-term health care, proper insurance, getting out of debt, have an emergency fund, lastly, investments. You need health care to protect you from falling into debt. You might have a very good paying job now, but without health care, you may lose all your money to pay for the hospital bills. You may die, and many died not because there is not enough medicine in our hospital, but because there is not enough money to buy medicine, or no money at all. Very sad, right? Let's make the situation worse. A 9-year-old kid was rushed to an emergency room in a provincial hospital. The problem is, they don't have a certain facility to diagnose the kid's sickness. So the hospital recommended the parents to transfer their child to a private hospital where there is enough good facilities to properly diagnose the child's status. However, the problem now is that they need to settle first the 800 peso bill before they will leave the hospital. Since the parents have no money at all, they visited a nearby barangay hall to ask for a donation and help from the barangay captain. Luckily, they were able to bring money back to the hospital. But as soon as they arrived, their poor little child is already dead. Now, please don't ask me why healthcare is important. On another view, when we grow old without healthcare, we will become a liability to our children. Make sure you will get a long-term healthcare now, because the cost of healthcare beyond 60 is very expensive, or healthcare companies may not approve your application because they know what to expect during these age or those age. If you have a short-term healthcare provided by your company, then it's good. Keep it. Take advantage using them, because once you're out of the company, you cannot bring it with you. Life insurance. Many are afraid when we talk about insurance, maybe because it connotes death, or maybe someone sold them an insurance that they didn't understand. Insurance is like renting a house. If you don't have a house, you rent. But if you have one already, no need to rent. Insurance, or so-called protection, works the same way. If you don't have any savings, you need to get an insurance to protect your family from going down to poverty. A brand new car needs insurance. A new house needs insurance. How about your family? No wonder why rich people are getting richer while poor people are getting poorer, because poor people left nothing but problems most of the time. Manage debt means if you have one, do your best to get out of debt, because it is always an enemy to wealth building, like a virus to a computer. Emergency fund. Save 3 to 6 months of your income as emergency fund in case you lose your job or business or bankruptcy, or maybe you need immediate cash for emergencies. Having an emergency fund will let you and your family avoid debt and to protect your investments. Last is investment. People spend a lot of time and energy trying to find the best investments, ignoring the more fundamental issues in their financial situation. They spend a lot of time and energy looking for a hot stock, but no life insurance or no emergency fund or healthcare. Looking for the highest yielding investment instruments while carrying huge credit card balance at 42% or loans at 60% interest. People who focus on the highest returns while ignoring bigger problems in their finances is like a smoker with lung disease, looking for the best lung disease medication but doesn't want to quit smoking. Fun, isn't it? Investment should be the final stage in building wealth and building a solid foundation. Understanding investment is just easy as buying a kilo of rice. You buy when the price is low and you sell when the price is high. Your reason in investing your money is not just because you wanted to be rich or wealthy, but because you need to protect yourself when you grow old, that there will be money working for you, or else you will be working for the money for the rest of your life. Great people in our time follow the same pattern in building their wealth. For example, Henry C. owned SM malls. When he need money to build many malls, he will get money from his own bank, which is Banco de Oro or BDO. He also needs insurance for all SM malls. He gets insurance from Generali Pilipinas, which is also owned by Henry C. It's also the same with Ayala. Ayala owns Ayala Malls. When he needs money to build many malls, he will get money from his own bank, BPI. He also needs insurance for all Ayala Malls. He gets insurance from Ayala Life Insurance, which is also owned by Ayala. To understand IMG or International Marketing Group, you first need to understand what I was just explaining to you.